Hello everyone, this is Afil Shaheen. Today I want to talk about One Piece. More specifically, 5 reasons why the world government in One Piece is not as bad as you might think. Let's start. Number 1 is very prosperous. Prosperous in the first sense that because of Wiggle-Punk. Wiggle-Punk is their Einstein. He creates everything. Remember when Frankie went to the island, there was stuff that people said the blueprints were so valuable because they didn't have the technology to even make those inventions. He was like basically Leonardo da Vinci, basically, rather than Einstein. He was Leonardo da Vinci because Leonardo da Vinci made brilliant inventions, and if you look at books, he created such things as airplanes and some kind of bicycle or something like that. And but they were not being able to create in the 17th century because there wasn't technology available. But he was such a good thinker, like a great thinker for humanity, and I think Vegapunk is the equivalent of Leonardo da Vinci for them. Secondly, is that the world government is like the European Union rather than the United Nations, because the European Union is interconnected, right? Everyone has to the laws. A lot of the laws have to deal with the European Union, but the countries themselves are a bit separate. Samely in the world government, every country is under the ban of the world government. If it's not, and it's not really prosperous. But as you can see, the countries that are not part of it are very less prosperous, like the hometown of Whitebeard, because Whitebeard had to launder his own money from the expenditures of the Whitebeard pirates to help grow his own town. Now, you can also speak to the fact that because they have so much tax collection from all these countries, they can help divert the funds to the less developed countries. Guys, you must understand that One Piece is not a story told from the point of the government. It's told from the point of the pirates. In our world, the pirates are usually the bad guys, and so when you remember when they helped that guy, I remember Luffy. Remember that guy was on stilts? Remember when he told them not to trust the world government or the Marines because they were evil? Then he said, no, oh yeah, you guys, they're good for you guys. No, but they actually, if you think about it, they are very good people. The world government is good. Even though every government has its problems, the world government is a very good government. Even though it has some bad history, we can move from that. If I was part of the One Piece world, I would be more like Aokiji rather than Akainu. I would rather want to keep the status quo as per se, because the thing is that the status quo is very good, right? There's no reason for it to change, even though the only thing that showing the world history is gonna destroy peace for people and kill a lot of people. Now we go for the peace. Now there's a lot of relative peace because they're not many major wars. The only war of relevance is the war against the Whitebeard pirates, and that too was in a very contained area. Secondly, you could also speak the facts about the people that Doflamingo was smuggling weapons to, how how countries were fighting. Remember, this is like EU. The world government doesn't have absolute power over these countries. Now, because why did the world government not do something? Mainly because it was Doflamingos having fun. They knew that for them to control Doflamingo, they had to let this happen. Right? I know many people might say that that's bad. I know it's bad because sometimes you have to look at things through a viewpoint of the greater good, as per se, as from Grindelwald. Remember. Now, thirdly, we go from protection. The world government protects the people that are inside of the world government union. As you can see, that the government appoints very powerful animals, very powerful wise animals, and you can see Garp. We can see Sengoku, Akainu, Aokiji, Kuzan, Isho, or Fujitora, you can want to say, and Smoker, and all these people. They're there for the protection against these pirates, because the pirates are very evil. Most of the pirates are evil. They would be considered evil in front of it. And even Luffy thinks that being a pirate is one of freedom. It's most of the people, even though it's a little bit of freedom, but most of the pirates are evil, and they're trying to attack. They're more thieves, right? Because you remember when Ace died, there was a lot of commotion against the Whitebeard. That's why we call Garp came to I forgot the home city of Luffy, but whatever. He went to there, and he went there, and he said put his hand on because they were knew there was going to be a very unstable time because of what happened. And thinking about that, that's why I don't think want the world government to end, because if the world government ends, there's going to be a huge problem, because the confidence of the public will be over from the public, and people will start probably asking the pirates for protection against the Marines, which will end in a very bloody war, which I don't think the Marines will lose per se, but they might, because the Yonko might come in and help them out. And then again, because they're divided, they won't be able to. Because I think the world government is very united. Because the only reason they're more powerful against versus the Yonkos is because they're united. The Yonkos are united. United Yonkos are more powerful than the world government, but they're not united. Then we go from the hierarchy, how everyone follows the hierarchy. Remember the smoker in I forgot. In remember Reverie's country, Alabasta, right? The smoker followed the rules, followed the orders of his commanding officer, even though he didn't agree with them, because that's hard. Look, they're trained to follow the law, the rules, and the orders from higher ups. Third is then they have public support. The public supports the Marines. That's why they are in power. When the public support goes away, they are gone as well. Fourth, we gotta look at the cipher poll, because remember, a lot of people give hate to cipher poll, and so a lot of it's justified, but it's not justified. Truly, it's not justified. I'll tell you why. Because most people look at cipher poll and then they say, you know, they're very evil. They do back channel talks with like shoguns, with the Orochi, and then smuggle weapons and all stuff like that. But if we take a little more back and understand why am I saying that? Well, because if you look at the modern spy agencies in the world, like the CIA, the Pakistan's ISI, India's RAW, and Israel's Mossad, and the I don't know what's it called, the MI5, I think that's called in the UK. Now these agencies do the same. They do back channeling. They do all this stuff. They do all this stuff. I mean, they do. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's pretty bad what they do. They do a lot of things. For example, let's talk about actually. For example, the Pakistani ISI and the CIA have never trusted each other. They have gone behind each other's backs and done things in their own country's interest. They do not give a damn about America. I told you, ISI doesn't give a damn about any other country except for Pakistan and Pakistan's interest. The CIA only cares about America's interest and not anyone else. That's why the CIA has supported China, a communist nation, which they said they hate communism, but has overthrown democracies in South America because they didn't fit America's vision for that, you could say. ISI has supported some people in Afghanistan during the time of the Soviet invasion, and probably have some affiliation there still too, because they're trying to look at the best interest of Pakistan. They don't give a damn about what the U.S. thinks. So that's why you have conflicting forces, and they're always doing some other morally shady things to do it. And now you gotta understand, they have a loyalty. The Cyberpunk are fully loyal members of the world government. They do not give a damn about Luffy. They don't care about morality. They only care about one thing. That's my third point. They're pragmatic versus morality. They are more pragmatic. They look it through the viewpoint of a logical decision. Remember, let me explain you why Cypherpol 9 did what they did. The reason the first time they did was, now look at it. These are these blueprints for this massive machine called Uranus. I think it was Uranus. They can be used to destroy a lot of countries, do a lot of destruction, and they're in the hand of this shipwright, right? Where someone more probably the Yonko come in and kill them and just take it, right? If they found out about it. The world government says no. We must have these pragmatic things, because if we have these blueprints, because if we have the blueprint, we can protect it in Marijoa, and then the Gorgons won't have it, and then we can protect the people of the government. That is why. Now, Luffy said, no, we're gonna help us families, our friends, and stuff like that. Yeah, going for the story, morally, you could side with Luffy, but pragmatically, for the protection of everyone in the world government, the Cypherpol 9 was doing the right thing. And about killing Nico, there's a simple reason why, the pragmatic reason, and it makes sense. They want to kill her because she knew a language that could dismantle the world government. It could lead to the destruction of the world government. It could lead to millions of kids dying. It could lead to millions of women being raped, or millions of people dying. It could lead to endless wars and other terrible things. That's why they did that. And the last thing, they coexist with the Yonko. They do it because it brings about world peace, and it lets everyone live in a better place than they could if they always fought for the Yonko. That's why I need the Chichibukai. But they need to control Chewbacca, or we will not have Crocodile. I hope you like this. If you've been here until the end, please like, subscribe, and I hope you like these lists I'm making, and I hope you have a nice day, and drink your medicine. Have a nice day.